Hey, how's it going, buds? I'm Arthur E.B. And today I'm measuring the height of the Kennecott smokestack. The Kennecott smokestack can be seen from almost anywhere in Salt Lake, and a lot of people say it's as high as the Empire State Building. And that's hard for a lot of people to believe, but it's actually true. You can actually confirm it on the drone here. I'm bringing the drone up to about level with the height of the building. And the height is continually increasing. About 370, 380 now. And now I'm about level with it. It's telling me the height right there. And I checked the height of the top floor of the Empire State Building, and it's about 381 meters. So it looks like it's about right. We can confirm both of the heights of the smokestack and the Empire State Building with a drone. I'm also working for a company now that wants to create a virtual recreation of a lot of buildings in Salt Lake. And so I'm getting a drone to get pictures all around the building at several different heights to merge into some 3D mapping program to be able to create a virtual reconstruction of it. And that's just a couple of things that you can do with a drone. Last year, researchers built a series of drones that built a bridge between two scaffolds without any kind of human intervention. A motion capture device analyzed the system to see where the drones needed to go in order to tie the bridge and sent the data to a computer directing all the drones. The bridge was finished in just a few minutes, and the bridge was strong enough for humans to walk on when it was done. And the 500 drone light show from Intel broke a world record for the most drones in the air at one time, and put on an amazing light show in the air using only drones. These are some good uses of drones, and they may create a world someday where drones can build a bridge for you in an emergency, or replace fireworks someday to create a more amazing custom light show. But are drones actually good? Do they do anything currently to improve the quality of human life? It's not easy to say. Drones actually don't do a lot of practical things right now, but some of them are built so intelligently that their potential is practically unlimited. Some drones are more capable of doing things and more intelligent than some humans.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, okay. So I know that's not saying much considering some people, but in any case, drones are highly intelligent objects. They can be used to play catch with you, fly through orchards and count how many fruits a farmer has. They can even detect if a tree has a disease or not. They can fly through a building and create a virtual reconstruction of it. They can balance a pole for as long as their battery lasts, grab items from a stand, swing items through a small opening, see in infrared, and even use motion tracking software to track moving objects through a forest while dodging all trees and all other obstacles in their path. Drones that good can be built pretty small, but the smallest drones in the world could be built by the 2016 winners of the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Jean-Pierre Sauvage, Sergei Fraser-Stoddard, and Bernard L. Feringa just created a molecular motor that can spin at a controlled speed and could be used to produce a drone the size of a molecule. In the future, drones could be used in airlines, just like how the military has been using drones for many years already. Airlines could make it so that they don't require the pilot to be in the plane anymore. The pilot could fly the drone from anywhere in the world, and the airline could save money because it doesn't have to pay the pilot's travel time and expenses. The airline could charge passengers less for a plane ticket and pay the pilot more to work from home. The airlines of the future may not even require a pilot at all. Drones today are intelligent enough to take off, fly to anywhere in the world, switch into autopilot, and land in the same spot they took off from, all by themselves. They can draw data from satellites to get basically any information they need. So airports of the future could be run by a supercomputer that draws data from websites like Olympic.org and FoxNews.com in order to be able to find out when and where major events in the world are happening and automatically create more flights to that location. There have been so many terrorist attacks of people trying to sneak weaponry onto a plane in order to try to take it over. But on a self-driving plane, where there's no way to take over it and no way to crash it, not with any kind of weaponry. There would be less of a reason to walk through airport security. All of this new technology could put airline operators and pilots and a lot of other people out of work. But, of course, machines have always replaced human work. In 1812, the first tractor was invented to drive a corn threshing machine. And so, where dozens of people used to have a job on a farm, now only one man does, driving the tractor. But tractors are already driving themselves. An article from dairygood.com states that self-driving tractors can plant within just 1 inch of where the crops are supposed to be, and they can harvest and plant any kind of crop. They're kind of like Farmbot, the computer-controlled gardener that plants, monitors, and takes care of all the fresh produce that you tell it to grow in your garden. There are always so many new technologies coming out. It may remind you of a time when an older generation would have told you that they had to walk to school every day just to get there. Or may have told you about when they were kids, other stories. Like this guy.
When I was a young whippersnapper like you, we used to... well, I don't remember what we used to do.
Well, if the old man could remember what he used to do, he may have talked about something about how kids these days, and they don't know the meaning of a hard day's work. And it's true. Machines have replaced so many parts of our average everyday lives from the past that it's hard to imagine what it would be like without machines. But machines have always replaced human work, and that's why the older generation is always saying that about the newer generation. And the definition of a hard day's work is always changing. For example, the 2010 definition of a hard day's work is different than the 1950s definition of a hard day's work. And that definition is a lot different than the 1800s definition, and so on and so on. Innovations can change the world and give us more options. Drones may replace some human jobs, but not any more than literally every other great technology that has ever existed. But when a new technology becomes available to us, we should always be careful about it. Tons of experiments and innovations that we've seen in the past have taught us that lesson. Drones are just a drop of rain in the ocean of new technologies coming out today. And we should be cautious about using them. But we should also experiment with them and learn about them to see if they really are good. So what are some ways you think you could use a drone for? Think about it, buds, and fly safe.